everyone. Welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano. Today we get to meet the new president of the Quincy Chamber of Commerce. Julie Pagano will be joining us shortly. First, though, we take a look at the weather and the news for you. Currently in Quincy, it is wet. 38 degrees, so it's raw and wet with showers and rain off and on throughout the day today. It's definitely a soggy start to our first Monday here in the last week of March. Temperatures only in the upper 40s this afternoon. Chilly night tonight, too. The rain will taper off. Temperatures dip to the upper 30s. Better tomorrow with a mix of sun and clouds. A little warmer, too, with highs into the low 50s. Another gray, kind of damp day on Wednesday. A chance for a shower in the morning, then a lot of clouds, only in the lower 40s. Looks like Thursday is kind of the pick of the week, I think, with lots of sunshine and a high around 50 degrees. Again, 38, raining in Quincy right now. Checking out the news for you today. A week from today will be moving day for the Quincy Animal Shelter. The shelter will be relocating from its temporary home in Squantum to this new $28 million shelter on Quarry Street. The shelter has been at a temporary home on East Squantum Street ever since their former location on Broad Street was torn down to make room for the new public safety complex that's under construction. This new shelter is located right across from the Quincy Dog Park. It'll also be home to the Quincy Animal Control officers and the Quincy Police Canine Unit. The new shelter will also offer dedicated space for veterinarian services, plus separate accommodations for cats. The shelter will also be expanding its adoption hours and providing public educational programs. It is expected to have a soft opening to the public in April. Well, the Quincy Planning Board is reviewing proposals for 3 new apartment complexes across the city. A developer is proposing a 6-story, 58-unit complex with 2 levels of parking for 105 cars on Willard Street, right across from the Common Market restaurant. Residents at a public hearing last week raised concerns about negative impacts on traffic and parking, plus the loss of a historic granite building at that site. Ward 4 City Councilor James Devine says many feel the building is just too big.
We're having a traffic meeting on, March 26, 6:30 at Bernazzani. Because there was so much tension in the room about traffic, not just because of the project, but as we already heard from many of the residents, that we all know it's a problem. When everybody comes to that one little arrowhead, we're all coming from the same area trying to get to the same place. So that is a major issue. So like I said, many of the people don't have an issue with exactly the project. It's the size of the project. A lot of people feel that the majority of the people that have spoken to me and asked me to speak for them have stated that that project is too big for the area.
That traffic meeting, by the way, this coming Wednesday evening at 6:30 at the Bernazzani Elementary School. Planning Board's also reviewing proposals for a 94-unit complex with 97 parking spaces and a 27-unit affordable housing complex with 18 parking spaces, both on Old Colony Avenue, right near the Wollaston T Station. Ward 5 City Councilor Dan Minton says issues of parking and flooding need to be addressed first.
If you look at 3 sets of lights within probably 150 yards, that causes problems. The light at Newport and Beale are full lights with pedestrian crossings, and at Greenwood at Beale, same thing, full access. The light, which is a pedestrian light, I think for public safety purposes jeopardizes people that are out there in that intersection. It's not just coming east-west on Beale, but it's coming out of Old Colony, and people just know they're going to have to fight through 2 lights, and they're going to just blow by that light, and they see it all the time. I don't have statistics to say how many accidents have been there, but it is a public concern.
Now, the Planning Board continued both of those public hearings until May 21st. There are 6 new officers on the Quincy Police Department after a swearing-in ceremony this past Friday at Quincy City Hall. Quincy Police Chief Mark Kennedy thanked the administration for its support in keeping the police ranks filled.
This is becoming very common for us. We're in a great position in our department where, we got some people retiring, which is tough because we lose that wealth of knowledge. But we have a lot more younger people come on, and thanks to the mayor and his administration for continuing that push to make sure that our numbers stay up, and that he prioritizes and the city prioritizes public safety. So thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you to Patty McGowan and her team. We definitely wouldn't be here without HR and my unbelievable staff of background investigators who you've all come to know pretty intimately in the past couple months. Sergeant Tapper, Sergeant Sorgi, Training Director Brian Flaherty, Lieutenant Mike Duran, Lieutenant Bill Wood couldn't be here today, and then the rest of the team that was unable to make it today. But honestly, we couldn't do what we do without them and their hard work to make these days happen. And, to pick the right people, and more importantly, exclude the people who shouldn't be in your seats. So, I say it all the time, but I'd rather those chairs go empty than put the wrong people in them, and we definitely have the right people here today. So congratulations to you and your families. This is a really great day for the city of Quincy. Thank you.
Those new officers are former Quincy police dispatchers Natalie O'Donovan and Jake O'Brien, former Norfolk County Sheriff's deputies Ryan Beretti and Joseph Cochran, former Northeastern University police officer John Pope, and William Blakeman. Pope is already Academy certified. The other 5 officers begin Academy training today. Construction is underway on 2 new volleyball courts at Pageant Fields in Quincy. Officials say the new courts will be located in the southeast corner of the field and will not impact any trees. The new volleyball courts are all part of the overall improvement program for Marymount Park. Previous updates at Pageant Field have included a new walking trail, new picnic pavilion, and some improved restrooms. Other improvements in the park have included a major upgrade of Veterans Memorial Stadium, new pickleball courts over on Fenno Street, and a complete rebuilding of Marymount Park Way. The new regulation-size sand volleyball courts will be open to the public by the end of spring. It's our check of news for you today. Coming up, Julie Pagano is the new president of the Quincy Chamber of Commerce. We will meet her next. Welcome back. Longtime Quincy resident Julie Pagano was named new president of the Quincy Chamber of Commerce by the Board of Directors back on February the 5th. And she's gracious enough to stop by here at our studios and tell us her story. Great to meet you, Julie.
Hi, Joe. Thank you for having me today.
It's a pleasure. Yeah,
yes.
This is great.
Looking forward to it.
Filling in, taking over your predecessor, Tim Cahill, has moved on to the South Shore Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
Yes, he has.
So here you are, but not a chamber background, right?
Not a chamber background, more of a business background, but in a maritime field. So basically, my whole life was spent growing up on Long Wharf down in Boston, and basically stepping away from that career just about 4 years ago, now I'm, heading into another career, and I'm so excited about it. But
you really downplayed your former role, Julie. You were the president of Bay State Cruises.
Yes, I was actually, I was president of Boston Harbor Cruises, and then general manager of Bay State Cruises.
Okay.
So I was at Bay State Cruises for 25 years, and Boston Harbor Cruises was the family business, and I basically started going there when I was 4 years old.
Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
my mom, had to take me to work, and my older sister had to watch me. But I got it. I got it at a very young age.
Yeah.
I would bother my mom all the time to take me there. I loved being on the boats. I loved being on the water. I loved the business aspect of it. And it's great now. Where I live, I can actually watch my grandparents go back and forth. They're namesakes of vessels that run the Boston to Hingham Ferry.
Oh, okay. All right.
And my mom and my aunt are actually the namesakes that run from Long Wharf to Charlestown.
Really?
And my mom was had grown up in Charlestown, so it's really nice to see that legacy continue.
Yeah.
And it's great. And I took my granddaughter for her first boat ride on her grandmother's namesake this past summer. So it was a great,
That's
it was a great day.
Yeah. So it'll always be in your blood, right? It'll always be in your
it's-
life.
Yeah, it's always a part of me,
Yeah.
it has brought me to so many places. I think what I learned from it is that you just have to get up and you have to work hard every single day. And if you want it, you will achieve it, but it doesn't come without hard work.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your educational background, if you could.
Well, I'm a high school graduate from Medford High School.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, because we were all so young,
Yeah.
when we were working at Boston Harbor Cruises, we didn't really get into the whole college aspect of education. We had our own education
I was just going
on
to
Long
say,
Wharf.
you had life lessons.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
They were great life lessons. There was some regret with myself and some of my other family members that we weren't able to go to college. I was able to make sure that my son graduated from Bryant University.
Congratulations.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
So it does come around in other ways.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
So do you think the family will keep the legacy of cruising alive?
So Boston Harbor Cruises now is owned by a larger based
Yeah,
company.
right, yeah.
And Bay State Cruises, Mike Glassfeld, who is the owner and a dear friend of mine still, he is the owner of Bay State, and he continues onward with it.
Okay.
We grew that business. It took us a lot of blood, sweat, and tears,
yeah.
but it's a vibrant business. It's located down in the Seaport District, and they're doing very well.
Yeah. So how did all that experience, Julie, prepare you for this new role at the Quincy Chamber?
Well, I think what happens is that when, as you get a little older, you get a little wiser, and you take a lot of what you learned, and you learn to let a lot of it go as well. So I think coming into the chamber, first of all, I'm so excited to be there, and the past 7 weeks have been wonderful. They've been very busy, and I've just met so many great people. So many businesses that are out there. They're so excited about being in Quincy. They love this city. There's the vibrancy of the city is really unmatched. And coming from another city that I grew up lifelong in Medford,
Yes.
you can see the comparisons.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Our mayor is just a dedicated soul, and he's just continues to do great things. He's a great supporter of the chamber, and I'm just looking forward to continually meeting our members and other businesses. We have interest in walking the neighborhoods this spring.
Oh.
Some of our city councilors have expressed interest in doing so with us, so I think that's going to be, a great grassroots campaign just to get out there and to be able to say hello and let people know whether they're members or not.
Sure.
We're here for you, and we want to help you, and if you need our help, we're going to be here for you.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of exciting things on the way as well. We're looking to enhance our farmers market, which has been at Kilroy. And that would include, we just partnered with the Crane Library for storytelling. We'll have a workout hour. We'll have some live music. We'll also continue with the beer garden. But we're really working hard to bring in more vendors as well.
To the farmers market?
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
A workout hour?
A workout hour,
As in
yes.
physical workout?
Yes, yoga, Pilates.
Oh, okay. At the farmers market?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes. Some stretching programs
Okay.
for anybody who wants to come down to Kilroy
Okay.
on a Friday afternoon. We really want to make it a destination for the downtown.
Okay,
So
all right,
looking
very
forward
good.
to
Something to
that.
look forward to,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Last I checked, there was about 600 members. Is that about right?
There are,
650?
yes,
Okay.
there are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So plans to grow that, I'm sure, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
there are plans to grow that. Of course, focusing on our small businesses, but also being very mindful that our corporate businesses,
Some big ones.
they do
Yeah.
help sustain the chamber,
Yep.
and they are very important to us.
Sure.
And I'm hoping to get out to meet more and more of them. I do know a vast majority of them,
course, yeah.
but of course it's always nice to shake hands, sit down, and just have a conversation.
Yeah, there's still nothing like face-to-face meeting, right?
That's right.
Given this virtual
Exactly.
world that we're in. Yeah, it's
I
still
am.
the best.
I'm a big proponent of networking
Yeah.
events, and we're bringing more and more in as the schedule allows. I believe networking has actually got me to where I am.
Sure.
And I believe that is it's the base of success.
Speaking of, what a great segue. The Ultimate Networking event is actually tomorrow, the 2025 Annual Meeting and Business Showcase Expo.
Yes.
Yeah, tell me all
Yes.
about it.
Well, it will be at Granite Links.
Mm-hmm.
Our dear partners, the O'Connell family, they are so good to us. And we are opening the doors at 4:30.
Okay.
And we have approximately just over 50 sponsor tables. So that segment will be available for people between 4:30 and 6:30.
Mingling, we call it, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
mingling.
Okay.
And then we have a great speaking program planned from 7 to 8. I pulled back the time a little bit this year,
Okay.
just to kind of condense it a little bit
Sure.
more.
Yep.
But we're expecting close to 400 people.
Wow, that's great.
So yeah, so
Do you have
excited.
a keynote speaker or a guest speaker?
We do, Mayor
Yeah.
Koch.
Oh, the mayor's speaking.
Yes,
Okay, very
yes,
good.
yes.
Okay.
So that's always brings great insight for events like this. So we're happy to have him.
Super.
Yeah.
And it's a big awards night for you as well, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So we are inducting our 8th Hall of Fame member, and it's George Montilio.
Sure.
So we're so excited to have George in the mix. I think there's going to be a lot of extra goodies there too.
I would guess everything from cakes and pastries to pizza and subs.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
exactly. So we're really excited to honor George. Montilio's Bakery has been, it just resides in a group of exceptional businesses that have become the fabric of our city. And these businesses are really, what our new businesses that are coming to Quincy and our existing, businesses can kind of look to aspire, to learn.
Right.
So, we're excited about that.
Yeah, Montilio's, it's 75 plus?
It's 76.
76
yes,
years. That's
76
astounding.
years, yeah. I'm really looking forward to his remarks tomorrow night.
I would think.
Yeah.
Get some insight, right, into
Yeah.
how that was able to be achieved in the same family
Yes.
for that many years.
Yes, yes.
And really still local roots, really keeping true to the original founding fathers'
Exactly.
mantra. Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
A family business is not easy. So I'm clapping
Yay for them, yeah.
Yes.
So, okay, so that's the 8th Chamber Business Hall of Fame Award.
Yes.
2 other grants, right?
Yes, two
Yeah.
other grants. So Phyllis Godwin,
Yeah.
this is the 3rd annual Women in Business, and that has been awarded to Allie Barnes from Rebuild Gym. Allie has been a great supporter of the Chamber, and she's just a wonderful, exuberant person, and we love hanging out with Allie. So we're excited for her. Tomorrow.
Rebuild Gym is what? Tell me a little bit about Rebuild Gym.
Rebuild Gym is located in Milton,
Oh, okay.
so it's a little bit of a an extension of the Quincy
Yeah.
area,
Yeah.
and she focuses on holistic and just mindful body and soul.
Oh, I see. Okay. So maybe she could have a little class at the Kilroy Square Farmers Market.
Yes, she is one of the ones that we're looking at.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay. So that's in honor of Phyllis Godwin from Granite City Electric,
Yes.
obviously, our 3rd
Yes.
annual. Then there's another award.
Yes,
Yes.
the Bruce Wood.
Yeah, Bruce is a great guy. Yeah.
Yes, I didn't know him,
Yeah.
but I know that he was the recipient of the Richard Koch Youth Services Award.
Yes.
I know that he had done many things for the city, for the betterment of the city. A father, grandfather, and husband. So we're looking forward to his children. Introducing, and the winner of that is Michael Weber from the Presidential Junk Removal Company.
Oh,
and
okay.
he's wonderful. I've actually worked with Michael. He is heading to my son's house tomorrow to remove some furniture.
Oh, is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. They just moved into a new home, so Michael is heading up there and helping them out. So.
Quincy Company?
Quincy Company.
Quincy Company?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And this is the 7th annual Bruce
Yes,
Wood. Yeah.
7th annual.
And these are grants, right? These are actually grants that go to these companies?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And what do they use them for, Julie?
So they're hoping to, just build their business, whether it's with social media,
I see.
whether it's able to hire new people, whether it's able to find new office space.
Yep.
The grants total $12,500.
Yep.
So they're a good base
Yeah, it's a good start.
of value for them to get started in a continuing direction
Yeah.
for them.
$7,500 for the Phyllis Godwin grant,
Yes.
and $5,000 for the Bruce Wood grant.
Yes.
So very good.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Any other surprises tomorrow night that we'll be aware of?
Not at this point.
Okay,
No,
all right.
no. I think I think everybody is excited about it. I think the weather's going to be great. Of course, it's going to, just to meet everybody, to see everybody networking. I just feel like there's going to be a good vibe. And I do want to actually
Yeah.
acknowledge the team of the Quincy Chamber.
Certainly, yeah.
Paula, Celia, and Anya, they have been working so hard on this event and all the events. They are truly the backbone of our chamber. And when I say that they run the chamber, they are in charge.
Sure. Yeah, this is probably the biggest, or if not one of the biggest events that you host all year, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly.
But it's not the only one.
It's not the only one.
No.
No. We're looking to do a corporate luncheon in October. We're hoping to do more events in Kilroy this summer. We
Okay.
have some programming that we're just trying to get approved at this point. And of course, we'll announce that when it happens. Really want to make Kilroy, a destination. And, it's just a great space. So we're excited working with the restaurants in the area.
Yep.
And just, enhancing what has been done, looking at things with some fresh new eyes, just kind of growing, organically what has been done in the past.
Sure. Yeah, I know that there's a new park coming to downtown Quincy very soon, where Acapulco's used to be.
Yes.
So that might generate some foot traffic as well.
Yes.
Do you work at all with, say, the tourism director in the city?
Dagny Ashley
Yes,
has been
yeah.
a longtime friend of
Oh,
mine,
okay.
and we worked together in Boston for years.
really? Oh.
And also, we had established, and it was an original ferry run from New Bedford to Martha's Vineyard, and we were the managing operator of that for 8 years.
Really?
So Dagny was down there as the director then, and so that's how we worked closely
I
with
see.
promoting the ferry service out of New Bedford over to Martha's Vineyard.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Very
So we're looking forward to doing things together. We're working with the National Park Service. We're working with Dove. We are working with Work Inc., Mass Hire. So a lot of our members, are reaching out, and we're just kind of putting programs together for them and just working, jointly with them.
Yeah, I know you had an integral part in planning some of the Quincy 400 activities.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I worked in the mayor's office
Yeah.
for 6 months,
Yeah.
and it was a tremendous experience. And we had so much fun planning. Some of the things that we worked on together were the MLK breakfast, and we had Willie Gross as our keynote
Yes,
speaker.
right, yeah.
And then, of course, Ellen Hildebrand, which was just last week. Was it last week? I'm
think so.
sorry, I
It
kind of
was-
lost track of
It
time
was earlier
here.
this month at least.
Yeah, which was phenomenal. We had over 500 people
Is that
attend that
right?
event.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, from behind the scenes,
Yeah.
it went off without a hitch.
That's great.
And then coming up too is the Maritime Festival, which will take place down at Marina Bay. Really excited about that.
I would think, given your background.
Yeah. That was, something that I feel like it's important to highlight, our shoreline and, all that the city has done in the past. The ferry is now going to start at the end of April.
Yes.
And I believe that they're going to make it a year-round ferry, which will
That's
just
been
be
the talk, yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
That will be a game changer for the city, absolutely,
Well, I know that
without a
T
doubt.
has a dedicated ferry person now, if you will,
Yes.
to oversee that.
Yes.
So they seem to be taking it more seriously than they have in years past, for
Yes,
sure.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the numbers, I was watching it. I would watch it every morning, down at the marina, and I would watch every day, and the numbers would increase and increase, and I would be standing there counting the
Is
the
that right?
passengers getting on because I was, always interested in the ferry from Quincy.
Can't take the salt water out of
No,
your veins, right, Julie?
no, not at all. not
Thank
at
you so
all.
much for sharing your story and coming
you.
over to meet us. We hope you come back and keep us updated.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yes.
And good luck, good fortune in the future.
Yes.
Find you online, give you a call, stop by the Superman building and say hello. Right?
Yes, absolutely. The door is always open. My
Okay.
phone is always on, and email me, call me. I'm always happy to be available.
Social media-ize you, all the things.
Yes, yes.
Thanks again.
Okay. Thank you.
Just enough time to check the forecast for you for the rest of the day today. Kind of what you see is what you get. There it is, rain, and kind of raw too, with temperatures only in the mid to upper 40s this afternoon. Down to the upper 30s this evening. A little better tomorrow with a mix of sun and clouds, low 50s, chance for more rain. On Wednesday it is March, so we get a bit of everything. Sunshine returns again on Thursday. Friday looks okay right now too. Thanks again to Julie Pagano for joining us, Quincy Chamber
Thank you.
of Commerce. Thanks to our crew. Thank you for watching. Speaking of Friday, members of the South Shore Camera Club will be stopping by. Meantime, check our website anytime, qatv.org. All of our latest programs are there. There's news and information, video on demand, live streaming, and much more. For all of us here at QATV, I'm Joe Catalano. Have a great week.